I turned the mic on just to watch me neighbour. Hello, love. Oh, my God. Hello, love. All right. Fucking hell. Yeah. Yeah, I think they left them out on the side. She's talking about the bins. That's it. All right, love. All the best, eh? Fucking hell, I could cut that out, but fuck it. Here we go. Fonzy is back. I'm back, boys and girls. All right, mate? How's it going? Guys, holy crap, we're back. That's right. Guys, holy crap. So it has been a year and a bit since I last talked to you. A year last November, I want to say maybe the last podcast episode went out, and I'm coming into this with a brand new, perspective on life. And life, my friend, that little thing called life, the thing that fucks you and kills you. She's still out there with the bins. Sorry, my neighbour's like the bin men took the bins. The trash guys, they took the trash and they just left the bins in the street there rather than on the pavement, the sidewalk. And she's having a right by me about it. Fair enough. Good on you, love. You get them. You go get them. Where are my tax money going? They won't even put the bloody bins on the pavement. God bless her. Anyway, what the fuck? I've got more to talk about than just bloody bins. It's been, what I say, November in 2022. 2022, I last spoke to you guys. So much has happened. So a lot of this is just catching up and just to kind of give you a fresh perspective on what the fuck has been happening. What's been going on? What's been going on with you, Fonzy? I'm so glad you asked, audience that probably doesn't exist yet. So I have been a very busy boy, very, very busy boy. As you might have seen, the band did collapse around November. I'll get into a little bit about that later. The good news is, though, things are happening again, which is amazing. And again, more information on that in the near future. But yeah, we got a lot to talk about. So let me start with what happened. What's happening to me? Sorry, in this last year and a half, I moved house, bought a business, and I have genuinely not picked up a guitar since around that time. Only in the last few weeks. Total lie. What am I on about? What, you want to start this podcast out of a lie? You liar. Misinformation, dude. No. I did pick up the guitar for a bit, but after Fonzy and Company parted ways, genuinely I had no interest in going back into music again. It wasn't my intention. I think I was at that point, I feel like I've done mostly everything I wanted to do. And to do anything further would mean a hell of a lot more work. And unfortunately, I was only one guy. There's only so far you can push your bandmates to the point where they literally maybe want to stab you in your sleep. I don't know. There's definitely that vibe about it. But you know what? No, I think it's all ended on amicable terms anyway. But I've not played properly. I played a little bit with Ska Band. I tried to, and then so much has been happening that I just couldn't keep it up. And something was. It was someone in that band in particular that brought it up, and it's like, oh, do you just want to be in your old band? And genuinely at the time, I had no interest in being Fonzy and Company again. I kept everything up, of course. Kept all the old music and that, because people still enjoy it, and I like to flick it off every now and then when I'm about half a bottle of whiskey deep, and I'm like, you know what, we were all right, we We were good back then, all right? You, just shut up. Oh, God, this is my favorite. Shut up. This is my favorite part. Oh, yeah. I kind of just wanted it up there. But yeah, this tried it at the ska band and it didn't work. And you, as you guys, a few of you might know, I live and breathe ska. Love ska. Still do to this day. Punk and ska. But it was just not, there was a lot of things going on in my life and I couldn't realistically see myself keeping up with it as much as I wanted to. So hence Fonzy and Company, I just started writing for Fonzy and Company again, but there were so many new bands introduced to me after parting ways. And honestly, it's not like my music taste has changed. I still go to the usual stuff I was listening to when I was 14 years old. Still listen to all the stuff my mum introduced me to. Still punk rock as fuck. But no, I started expanding a little bit as you know, we all do down the line. And I don't know, I started writing with this new kind of attitude in mind. And so much came out. It was, and I thought, like, right, obviously this is going to be shit. There's no way I can like churn out this many songs and they all be fucking, you know, good or even mediocre. And genuinely, like, most of that material that I've been writing over the last year has come out really fucking well. And it's weird how much the sound has changed. There's still that hard rock element in there. But this kind of leads me into saying that, yes, Fonzy and Company will be releasing another single in the near future, in the next couple of months, we hope, maybe around June time. But I would say keep an eye on the social media, where you get all your information from, Mum. Yeah, qualified people on the old social media there, giving you the information you need to make the correct decisions that because everyone else is making the wrong decisions apart from you, right? You know, basically, it was a philosophy on Fonzy and Company from the get-go that we did not want any social media whatsoever. That changed quite dramatically. I tried to get a Facebook going again, and I tried to get an Instagram going. I even tried one of those subreddits that I keep hearing so much about, and you know what? Fucking hated it. I hated every single minute of it. I'm like, this is not what I'm about. I see my friends posting consistently. You know, I met a few guys on the way that, you know, I'm still friends with now and still follow their bands. That's purely what it's for. But I've made the decision that we are going to go into this next single with I'm going to use all the money that we'd use to tour, practice, new gear, etc. I'm just going to put all that purely advertising through the PR guys and YouTube and Spotify, because I'm done. I'm just too old for this shit, man. And if you're my age, you're too fucking old for it as well. Oh, but it's good marketing. Marketing, he says. It's good marketing, so they say. And it's just like, well, you know, is it? Because when you post about your music, you will see that they probably get about, well, if it's a new single, fair enough, but you will get maybe half the viewership, half the traction that you would if you just posted a picture of yourself doing, you know, back the Ice Bucket Challenge back in the day, or whatever the new thing is now. I don't know. This is what being off social media is. I don't know all the cool new shit. I think flossing was a thing once. That's how. Let's see. I'm so out of touch with the new old stuff. That's how bad it's gotten. But I just decided enough is enough, and I'm gonna stick. I'm not gonna be a hypocrite. I'm gonna stick to what all these songs are gonna be available on your listening platforms, your Apples, your Spotifys, your Amazons, your SoundClouds, your Bandcamps. They're all going to be available. And if you choose to listen to them, that's great. And then we'll know it's about the music and you like it. And you don't just, you know, follow me out of obligation or vice versa. Instagram became so much like that towards the end. Just bands saying, hey, follow for follow. And it's just like, no, this isn't. And then some bands were just like, Never posting about music. Just like, do I really need to know what you're fucking eating today, bro? Fuck off. I got no interest in that shit. So yeah, I want to. The podcast was purely because I enjoy it. I got a new arm. I got a new Rode arm. It costs more than the microphone. But I'm so comfortable. I've never in the old podcast, guys. I was holding the mic for a lot of it, and you should see my setup, dude. Like it's great. But going forward, that is Liv and Sam are coming back. Olivia, the original co-vocalists, coming back, and Mr. Samuel Bennett, the drummer, who is no longer beardy. And it broke my heart when I saw him the other week for the first time in over a year. The beard was gone. I said to Liv, man, it was great to see you. And the songs are sounding amazing. Tell Sam I say hi. But it was lovely that you brought a little cherub around. God, nice little baby face. But he's still a fucking great drummer. Kudos to him. So just keep an eye out for that. The sound is unusual. If you guys like your Talking Heads, your Fleetwood Macs, Ian Jury, holy crap, Cheek Face is a new band that me and my wife got into so hard. And that was Sam Lane, the original bassist, that introduced me to those guys. And I've been obsessed ever since. They're the coolest new band. Honestly, I can't claim I'm cool because these guys are about as new and as hip as it gets. And I fucking love it. Sarcastic Talk Rock, if you haven't heard of them, Cheek Face, go and check them out. Honestly, changed my life. But yeah, the sound is going to kind of reflect that. It's experimental, but it's got funk, soul, pop, a little bit of acoustic folk. Still got that hard rock. Still got that. There's almost like a Britpop influence. Getting a fair amount of that Stone Roses influence in there. Again, bloody Sam Lane. I feel like he tainted me for the rest of my life now. But yeah, guys, just keep an eye. I'm going to keep churning out these podcasts. I'm going to try and do one once every Thursday and just try and keep that up. So I really want it. And I'm not just going to be talking about the band, it's my kind of philosophy on life to buy the business. I'll get onto that in a second. But buy a business, buy a house, have a family, your foundations that you're told that you need to do for life. And we're about, 2/3 of the way there now. Just keep an eye out for those. Going back to, moved house, still in Bristol, still in fucking Bristol. Bristol got a letter from our government saying, you're doing such a fucking terrible job that we're going to have to come and step in. Send in the cleaning crew. Hey, you're shite. I don't know why our government are the SNP now, but hey, your policies are shite. Your roadworks are shite. Your hipster situation is shite. God, that we all think we're so fucking cool and so ahead of the curve, but Bristol has turned into a bit of a bomb site, I will say that. I know a lot of town centres are suffering and that, but Bristol just seems worse because we still behind our pretentiousness. You know what I mean? Like we still say, oh yes, Bristol's still hip and cool, and it's just like, it smells funny. The student building's just getting more and more dominant in the area. A lot more crackheads about, like, and there's people that are coming to visit Bristol going like, man, this place used to be like at least charming, but it's just kind of lost that now. And it's true. Beth and I, my lovely wife, were going to move to Cardiff originally. But then this opportunity for the business came up, and I'll tell you what the business is my own restaurant. I now have and own a restaurant, and it's something I wanted to do other than music for my whole life, and I've finally done it, and it is good. If you guys want to check out Asado, we are considered one of the best places in Bristol to go for a burger, and I'm not biased in that shape or form, but it's over an open fire. It's locked smoke bloody organic charcoal straight on there. We grill our own wings. We mince our own patties. The brioche buns are beautiful. We home make everything. This is just going to be me sucking my dick for a second. I'm the best restaurant. Don't eat anywhere else. Go fuck yourself. This is, honestly, the best thing I've done in a while. I've achieved a fair amount in my life, but this was just like, this needed to be done. And I've now done that. So, if you guys are ever in Bristol, just pop on in, say hi, grab a burger, hamburguesa. It's a Latin and Southern American inspired joint. My business partner, Lucian, is based out in Barcelona. Bless him. Leaving me to do all the hard work. Bastard. Nah, he's got to, we have 2 venues out in Barcelona. So that gives me an excuse to go on holiday and hopefully become a little less white, because I am somehow an even paler shade of white than I was when you last saw me. It's not good. The moisturizers aren't working. Beth said, my wife said, I'll try that fake tan. I'm like, no. To me, that's a sign of giving up, and I will have no part of it. I'm sorry. I'm going to embrace my whiteness, please. Thank you. So that all happened. We moved house to the edge of Bristol. We're still in the centre. If you guys are familiar with Wapping Wharf, it's where all the cool hipster cargo places are. They are just little joints. A lot more, loads of little joints in Bristol. Big fucking joints, I tell you. They like their weed. Little containers that have little restaurants in it. It's cute. We're right next to that. It's and this new apartment that we have is huge. We're just so happy here. The cat's happy too. You'd be happy to know Nala is still fat and up and about. Aren't you, baby? Yeah. Hopefully you guys could hear that. Yeah. She still likes hanging out. She's a bit confused by the new house, but yeah. Anyway, enough about me. As I said, I just want to do like these Thursday podcasts. I don't know. I want to come up with something a little bit more structural, come up with a little bit more of a theme. But, it was just to kind of catch up and to let you know just kind of what happened, because I know a lot of you kind of wanted an explanation as to what exactly went down at one point. The short version is things just got frustrating. We were in a really fucking good position after the last EP Touche came out. The PR had done really well. Kerrang on the top of Kerrang. God damn, I think I can't remember off the top of my head. Powerplay really rated us. There's a few other magazines and news outlets that just really fucking dug it. Planet Rock really dug it as well. We were on top of the world, and the gigs started formulating after that, but the bigger gigs started to come in. So we were on the pages to support Saliva, The Darkness, King Blues. Fucking hell. I think there was some talk about... I think Gin Blossoms was supposed to be coming back together, and there was some talk of that. Not the Parma Violets, what are they fucking called? Veruca Salt, that's it. Yeah, there was talk about getting on there. And there was even talking management, the same guys who do go for Feeder. And there was some little chats about playing with Ash as well. Yes, Ash, one of my favourite fucking bands. Again, if you've never heard the album Meltdown, you have to. It's just consistently fucking awesome. But yeah, we were really on cloud nine. Granted, a lot of these were not set in stone, but the fact that our name was out there and not it wasn't us that approached a lot of these guys. A few were approached us because the record had done so well. We were getting, just to that point, right, okay, now it's time to up the game. Here we go. But the pressure, I think, was just too high. I think at one point, Lauren, I'm sure you guys remember Lauren, I think we were just sitting in the car and she did say once, which I got very angry about, said, Fonzy, you just don't enjoy it anymore. You've forgotten how to enjoy it. And I was like, fuck you, bitch. You don't know me, man. But there was some truth to what she said. I had forgotten how to have fun. And as I've been very vocal about before, my militancy, I believe, has been the key to my success in prior bands. You don't just get anywhere by sitting on your ass doing nothing. You need to treat it like a business. At times, of course, you do need to remember to have fun, but I think I'd gone on to the business side of things way too strong. And I didn't. Once the guys offered their support in some way, shape, or form, at times I did feel like I was on my own, and it was never gonna pan out. And I'm like, what's the point from writing all this music and doing all that? Apart from like the financial contribution, there was kind of no point for me, and I did kind of get very angry and very frustrated at the whole situation. I think like the final nail in the coffin was I'd asked someone to do the merch. I forget now who it was. I asked someone to do the merch store, and like 2 months down the line, the merch store had still not been done. And I think someone had completed a video game and then got back and got all the achievements. And I was like, right, and we're still here with no merch store. Fuck this, I'm done. It was such a petty little thing, but I was just like, there were so many little things building up to it. Lauren was already on the way out. I think the pressures of touring, and she did drive a lot, so did Lane. Bennett also drove a lot, and me and Liv were the only ones who didn't drive, and there was a lot to keep up with. And for everyone who all had their careers going on, it was just a lot to be in a band of that caliber, I guess. I don't even talking like a big caliber. We're not like making hundreds of thousands views, plays, millions on Spotify. We just, we were breaking the double digits or whatever. But I mean, one more PR campaign, and I think, and along with these shows, and we could have been on for a winner there, genuinely. But yeah, it's all right. Like, I still speak to Lauren. I know Lane got married last year, bless him. So congrats to him and George. That's awesome. I was just in my own little world with Beth, just our holidays and getting this business sorted and moving. And oh God, it's been hell, and it's still going on, to be honest. I mean, we've got recording this weekend in Cardiff, and I am not prepared for it, but luckily they won't know, because this will most likely go out after recording, so they won't know how unprepared I am. Fuck you, I'm paying for it. I'll be unprepared if I want. No, I wouldn't do that. No, I'll be fine. But even prior, there are still a few things that I've been wanting to address for years with regards to what happened even prior to Lane and Lauren joining the band. There was something I'm still not even too sure I'm legally allowed to say, and all I want to do is talk about it. Believe me, we've been silenced for 3 fucking years about this. It's 4 now. It's actually 4 fucking years that this has been going on, and this was regarding a member of the band that we completely erased from our lives, from the band, and he deserves so much worse, and I hope he gets what's fucking coming to him. Believe me, that's all I can fucking say. I just hope the justice system comes through for us, because it's disgusting, and it's not like something petty, like an argument. And you might think I'm like, oh, he doesn't sound very upset. Like, he can't be that fucking bad. It's like, believe me, it's bad. I've just spent the last 3 years dwelling and crying with like the other guys who are involved as well. And it's just like, you know what? Done crying, done being upset about it. Let's just see what happens. But unfortunately, like, cops, man. I'm not one of these, punks that say, like, oh, fuck the police, all coppers are bastards or whatever. It's like, it's not the case at all. But there is like some inconsistencies with the case. Yes, there's a case going on. And again, we can't say shit until we know there's definitely going to be a prosecution, which there is definitely going to be a prosecution. It's just a matter of how severe it is, because there is too many things to count. I'm not going to name names because I guarantee if he ever fucking listens to this, he'll go to his fucking dollar store solicitor and go, yeah, oh yeah, he said this about me. Can I put that in my defense? I know he'll be fucking listening. And if you are, you know what you did, son, and you know what's coming to you. I just hope you openly admit it, be the fucking man and admit to what you've done and get better. That is kind of my philosophy behind this. Again, I'm being super cryptic to the listener who isn't directly involved in this, but this is my time for therapy. This is therapy time. But yeah, we still speak to a load of other ex-members and stuff like that, and I hope they're all doing all right, apart from that one cunt. Yeah. Oh God, but yeah, it's been crazy. Getting back into the whole swing of things. And again, with this podcast, I just want to open up a dialogue with you guys. Again, I know a lot of you guys in America, if you ever find this podcast again, because a lot of that got taken down. So I'm hoping, part of the philosophy doing this was to just a little bit of entertainment. Again, a lot of you are not going to know the band. Fonzy and Company on Spotify. But, I just want to almost keep this not separate from the band necessarily, just like say, I don't know, like just a time to, something to put on, something to listen to while you get on with your day to day. I've got those podcasts that, just guys will just go on about nothing. And it's just nice to listen to someone else's problems or someone, not necessarily been politically charged or anything, just nice to turn off. I want to get it a little bit more music involved. I do want to get guests on eventually. I didn't fucking invest 500 odd quid in this setup for nothing. I'm not going to sit here by myself and the fucking cat. She's useless. There's just no back and forth between us. It's just me asking all the questions and she says nothing. Gonna give some dreamies in a bit. Yeah, guys, it's just a reintroduction, just to say we have a new single, Cinnamon Laces, that will be coming out in June through Sam PR and independently released by us. Again, I'm just going to do this every Thursday, and I just want to talk to you about everything that's going on, like the good old days, and just get back into the swing of things, and just enjoy it. I enjoyed talking to you guys and all you guys in America and Mexico. Were really dug it. So I'm hoping you guys can find me again. But I will be putting enough ad revenue in there to make sure it gets out to the people who want to listen. But for now, oh God, I've just got to finish some more guitar tracking. I've got to go and tickle the cat. I've got some jeans arriving soon. Yeah, there's so much to talk about and catch on, guys. The music hasn't stopped. Yeah, I'm just here to enjoy the rides. And you know what? Part of the philosophy behind the podcast is, as I said, just like we've probably got about 2/3 of the big foundations, the career, the family, and the hobby down. Those are always the 3 foundations of life for me. And now, yeah, it's just like, well, the family's the next thing, I guess. Like we could start thinking about having kids, just saying, even though that's the last thing we want right now, man. We've booked so many gigs. Like, how the fuck we would be terrible parents this year. Actually, or good parents, depends how you look at it. We could bring them to the gigs. That'd be a fucking cool upbringing. And I just kind of want this to be, my kids to listen to this one day when they're older, and all these episodes that I will be putting out. I want to do hundreds, thousands of these episodes. I want it to get a little bit more popular, but I just want to have, it's almost like my diary. Dear diary, some shit happened again. The end. I don't know how diaries work. But yeah, I would like to. just keep that up. That's the philosophy behind it. Just having something to leave behind when I eventually croak. That's dark. Yeah, it'd be nice. As I said, we're going to a lot of gigs this year. Shit, we did have Billy Joel tickets for Cardiff again. Fucking hell, we like Cardiff, don't we? I think it's the third time I mentioned Cardiff. I need to get in a sponsorship from these guys. info.cardiff.org. It was Billy Joel in August, and I would have gone. I just saw the Grammys performance, and I was looking at the previous performances over the last 10 years or whatever, and then I heard the new track he put from. My first initial thoughts on that new Billy Joel track was just like, Cat Stevens called. He wants his riff back. If you guys heard it, you'll know exactly what I mean. It sounds dun 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 dun. It's got that chord progression. I was like, that's a Cat Stevens song, dude. What the fuck? And it was about how much was it a ticket? 150 quid a ticket, which is a lot. Of course it is. So I kind of sold those. By the way, always get the ticket insurance. It's completely worth it to pay the extra £3 a ticket. You don't know what your plans are going to change. And the way we're doing it is that we're buying so many gigs. So many gigs across the board. I'll go through some more gigs we're going to this year. But what we're doing is we're thinking of it like a bank. So you buy the ticket to the show, you get the ticket insurance, and then that money's almost to the side, right? And if it's a big popular show, all you got to do is, especially Ticketmaster, so not that I'm going, yay, Ticketmaster's the best conglomerate in the world. Everyone could really take a page out of their book, because no, they're fucking horrible bastards at times. But if you put the money in there, put the ticket and money insurance, if you come back on some hard times, you're like, shit, got no money, got no dollary dues. You can just go on Ticketmaster and say, I want my money back, please. You're going to miss a show, but hell, you're poor. I think that's a little bit more important. Am I right? All right. And yeah, I've got the money back pretty goddamn immediately. So yeah, we weren't poor or anything. I just didn't really want to see Billy Joel. I thought I did. In my pissed up state, I was like, that's an artist I've always listened to and never seen before. This might be the last chance to do it. And I think artists definitely have their prime, their peak times where you would have loved to have seen them when a certain album came out or on a certain tour in a certain decade, and I feel like that time might have come and gone. Of course, Billy Joel's fucking incredible. He's absolutely amazing, but it was like even the fucking late, great David Bowie towards the end, who I'm sure you guys listened to the previous podcast know I am a Bowophile. Is that right? That doesn't sound right. A Bowophile. No, scrap that. But a big David Bowie fan. But there was a lot of songs that were down keyed, and some of them sounded amazing. But you go down a couple of keys in that original composition. To me, it just never sounds as convincing as the recording does. And of course, like, you do want a little bit of a difference in live element to the recording. Absolutely. That's why I can't really get on with Muse, because they are so fucking good live. It's like, might as well just put on a CD, blast it out through these big fucking stadium speakers and put a big light show on there. It's no difference. But just a lot of these singers just start to want to continue, and they start to down tune, change things to adapt to their voice, and it's not necessarily a bad thing. I mean, we get older, of course. I'm not going to be able to sing like I have been, in 20 years' time. I doubt it. But actually, that's kind of the reason for this new sound, is so I can actually start singing in my normal tone, because I don't think I have sung in my natural tone forever, probably since my first band, and it is a lot lower tone, and sometimes it's not that the most interesting, so I'm introducing that talk rock, and to be honest, that could go on forever. I mean, David Byrne from Talking Heads still doing his thing, and he sounds fucking amazing, because to me it's not that vocally challenging, but a lot of these guys doing those records back then, Billy Joel and David Bowie, very vocally fucking challenging. Holy crap. So yeah, it's not hard. It's not unreasonable to understand that, as time goes on, it's not. Yeah, it's difficult. I get it, but I'm not going to spend 50 quid to find out. Oh man! But we've got what else? We got Green Day coming up now. Being a guy who was in a Green Day tribute band for the better part of a year, went in his youth as Mr. Billy Joe Armstrong himself, black spiked hair, fucking tops that were too short for me. England. Hey-oh. Come on. That was actually just after that. Okay, the Milton Keynes Bowl thing came out, and all that hey-oh stuff started getting a bit more consistent. But I've never seen Green Day. Never seen a time in my life. It's far from unpredictable, but in the end is right. Never seen Green Day before, and their newest album, Saviors, it was a breath of fresh air because Father of All Motherfuckers and the Revolution Radio were just letdowns. I don't know what they were doing there. Just Trace is just a whole other fucking kettle of fish. But all of those albums were kind of. There's a few like all right tracks on there, but yeah, Saviors has kind of brought my faith back in them. And now I think they're touring on the 20. Is it the fucking 30th anniversary? I guess it would be 30th anniversary of Dookie and the 20th anniversary of American Idiot. This is the time. This is the time to strike. And they're touring with all sorts, man. Linda's, Rancids, the Interrupters, who I've seen multiple times and still consistently good. The Hives, I think, as well. Again, seen them live for the first time last year. And yeah, they're fucking sick as well. But I think when we see them, it won't be any of those bands. It might be the Hives again, but I can't remember. But yeah, now's the time to see Green Day. I'm going to go see him. Billy Joe has, gotten his vocals back. He's gotten his mojo back, that's for sure. And what a great album. Kudos to him. We've got Placebo coming up as well. Again, a band I've never seen. Pixies twice, maybe 3 times. And Placebo was always one that did this gorgeous version of Where Is My Mind. And I've always thought, I could go and see Placebo. I could go for some Placebo. And they announced in Bristol that they will be playing the amphitheatre. So got some tickets. I know so many of my friends that are going to that. That's going to be fucking sick. Another big one, Smashing Pumpkins and Weezer. That's going to be fucking cool. That's Smashing Pumpkins, man. What are they doing? They got the fucking... they're advertising for a guitarist from the general public. They had, 10,000 applicants for a new guitarist. That's the dream, bruh. Fucking playing for one of your favourite bands in the 90s. I would have done it. Fuck it. If I could play guitar like that, if I could, control that amount of distortion, I could totally go for that. But I didn't, because I'm too much of a pussy. But kudos to the person who gets it, whoever he or she is, they, whatever. Fucking credit to you. I'll be very excited to live my dream through you. And if you fuck it up, I will boo like I'm... Nah, that's not true. I'm just excited to see him. People have accused of Smashing Pumpkins and have been a studio band, not a live band. And I'll be the judge of that. I'll wait to go and see him and take it from there. Weezer's just one of that. Let's just have fun, right? Weezer's fucking consistently fun from any of the coloured albums, the White Album, whatever. But they're just fun. They got a huge back catalogue now, and they could just shit out whatever. Like Chili Peppers, you never know what they're going to play, and you're always really happy when they play that one song. It's great. So I'm deadly looking forward to going and seeing that. Got a gig in London. The Planet Smashers, who are a Canadian ska band. Again, one of those I've always wanted to go and see. Never got around to doing. I feel like I've got the money and the time to just do all this shit now. It's absolutely awesome. Saw Norah Jones for the first time late last year. Oh, and guys, it was honestly, I'm glad the theatre was dark because my erection... That's disgusting. What a pervert. What, you got an erection because of Norah Jones, because of how beautiful she is? No, you fucking perverts. No, that's not what happened. No, I genuinely didn't. But I got a music boner because it was just so beautiful. The place itself, the Bath Palladium, I want to say, the Bath Amphitheatre, Bath Palladium, one of them. And it was just beautiful. It was a sit-down show, and it was just lovely. It was everything I wanted. There was a few like tracks that are a bit like, okay, she could have played this rather than this, but hey, who am I to judge? She's Nora Jones. She's perfect in every way, shape, or form. Leave her alone. Put your erections away. Disgusting. You make me sick. It was it was beautiful, and encouraging that more sit down shows. We've got Angus and Julia Stone. That's going to be fucking nice. I'm very, very, very excited for that. Yeah, I can't wait for Angus and Julia Stone. Again, Bristol, the new Beacon. What did replace the Colston Hall? Those of you who don't know, Edward Colston was a slave owner, and therefore shouldn't be idolized. And his statue got chucked in the water, and now it's in a museum. And so they changed everything. You know what's ironic is that my restaurant is on Colston Street. So they got rid of the statue. They got rid of the huge Colston Hall. It's now the Bristol Beacon now. They've spent millions controversially on it. One of the biggest publicly funded, government-funded projects of recent years. And people were like, right, this better be good. And so far, they've been churning out some decent acts. I'll give them that. But yeah, they still have not changed. It's still Bristol Beacon on Colston Street. I don't know what. I guess no one gives a shit about street names. Is that sort of not the point? I thought we weren't supposed to be glamorizing this guy, but apparently that's where we stop. You know, you can have a hall. No, you can't have the hall. No, you can't have a statue. All right, yeah, you can have a street named after you. That's fine. That's fine. I'm glad we could compromise. There's probably more gigs, but there's a couple of local ones as well. I'm off to see a few friends play a couple of live shows, so that would be nice. Nice to support some local music and that. God, yeah, there was the Super Bowl. You know what? I've been going on long enough. Guys, this was just a nice way to get back in touch with you, run on a little bit. As I said, new single is coming out in June. I'll give you more up-to-date stuff on the podcast only because, you know what? Fuck social media. I was just about to say hashtag fuck social media. Irony! I might keep the Instagram up. I don't know. I really don't want to, though. I just want this to be purely about me and you, the listener, and Liv and Sam, obviously, as well. But yeah, guys, I've got to come up with some intros, maybe a little bit more structure, talk about some more, general conversational topics. But until then, just keep listening to the music, guys. And we love you very much. Thank you for putting up with my bullshit. And we'll see you on the next one. Cheers, all. Bye, all.